Hey Flosstube! It's Tiffany at Express Life Tifa for Flosstube number 5. Um, I just wanted to say thanks for joining me and welcome back, um, any old subscribers and new subscribers. Um, I wanted to start with some people that I've been watching. I've been watching I just got done watching Susie Reno, and I laughed through the entire video. Some of the things that she said, I was just like, oh my gosh, so hilarious. You have to go over there if you haven't seen like her videos. You just have to, because you're probably gonna laugh as hard as I did. I I have some jokes, but Susie, you win. You win with the jokes right now. That was just great. I also wanted to mention the Silent Stitcher, Corey. I started watching Corey's videos, and I think it was really interesting having to watch a video because most of the time I just listen to the video and I look up occasionally to see your guys' charts and your progress, and but most of the time I'm stitching and I'm listening, and or I'm at work and I'm working and I'm listening. But I think I take my hearing so for granted, and I just can't imagine what it would be like. This is what I told her, is like I can't imagine what it would be like not having, like, being able to hear or see, because when it comes to art, um those are like my main mediums. Like I I mentioned before I play the viola, and if I couldn't hear an orchestra or like hear the music, oh, I just can't, like, that would break my heart. Like, I just love it that much that if I couldn't hear music, it would be terrible. So I've decided to caption all my videos going forward, and I'm going to try to go back and caption videos that I've done in the past so that Corey can watch. And I just want to urge you guys to really, think about adding captions to your videos if you haven't already. But I think it's really important to include everyone in being able to watch um, YouTube videos, and even if you are impaired in some way, that you are still able to you know be included. And that's really important to me because, like, in high school, I was in a class my senior year for um, taking. Basically, I was in a class for like special education, and I just I loved everyone there. Like, I love the students there because they are so cheerful. I I don't know if you've I don't know. Like, if you haven't experienced it, then you probably wouldn't understand like what I mean, but like they're so happy. And I wish everyone was like that. I think that, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but they're really happy and I love it. And it just, I guess it was an experience for me that, to think about these sort of things, that, not everyone can do this or do that, but you can still, like, help them in some way, because I'm all about helping, you know. I don't stop helping. I help too much, possibly, but but what I'm trying to say is that that's the kind of world that I want to live in, is the world where people think of each other and try to do something to make somebody's like life better or improve, you know, just make them smile. And the second person, or the third person I wanted to talk about was Misty Purcell at Luminous Fiber Arts. I haven't mentioned Misty before, but I love her. And if you're not watching Missy, you should, because she's really, really talented. Some of the works that she has done, she's very varied in her crafts, just like I am, and it appeals to me because of that, because it's like so intricate. Like, her mind kind of works like mine, where it's like, well, could I change it like this, or I'm gonna use these colors instead, or something like that. And yes, girl, you do it. You do it. And I guess I'm a big supporter of like changing the charts to suit what you like. And because it's so exciting to like see what other people are doing differently and not exactly the same of like what is there, because it suits your taste a little bit better. And like, since I started doing a big project that I changed, like the heartstring samplery one, I love that piece. And I love it so much more that it's all these different colors than just the red it was originally charted. I mean, it was beautiful in red because I originally loved the pattern because of the intricacies of the design. But changing the colors, wow factor, that, like, to me, that's kind of like what it is. And I look at it all the time and I love it. Next person is Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world. And yes, that is a mouthful, but I love it. And I think it really suits her. I wanted to mention her because I was watching her video for her Stitch Mania plans, which, oh, bless her heart, she is doing 50 starts for 50 days, and whew, good luck, girl, because I could not do that. I've had a couple people ask me what my plans are for Stitch Mania, and I'm like, maybe monogamously stitching on something for 18 days, because 50 starts, or even 18 starts, that like, that stresses me out so much. Like, oh, I will be cheering you guys on, like, woo, go Stitch Mania! But I can't do that. No. I already do enough projects, and just like Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch said, she already does enough like cross stitch that 18 starts is like, I can't do this. But I will totally be your cheerleader. So I'm going to get on to finishes now that I've finished all my shoutouts, which obviously is not everyone I watch, because I try to watch everyone. But there's a lot, and expand your horizons if you're not, because there's somebody for everybody, I think. And when I first started making floss tubes, I almost didn't make one because of the hubbubaloo on Stitch Mania, which, if you're not in the group, then maybe you don't know, but there is a comment thread that was people hating on Flosstube, and I gotta tell you, haters gonna hate, and if you want to hate on me, okay. But there are people that love Flosstube like me, like big coyote heart love, and don't stop making floss tubes just because haters hate constantly. If I stopped doing everything that I love just because some person hated it, I wouldn't do anything. I would just be hater paralysis or something. And we're not going to do that. We're not going to listen to any crap going over there. Freaking Facebook. Do not come over here, Facebook. Flosstube community is where it's at, and there's so much love, and there's so much like wonderful happiness over here. stay over there, Facebook. We're done. That's my little tidbit about that. So I'm gonna get on to finishes. Sorry, I totally just ranted, and you know how it is. I finished my Biscornu. So I told you before in my last video that I only had this corner before, and then I finished the other 3. And it's not finished completely because I have to do the back. So this is in progress. And it doesn't get the birds or the fan. It just has like the flowers and the branch. So this another 4 times, or another 3 times, I mean. And oh, if you haven't seen Tidy Modernist's first Flosstube, go over there. Her name is Cheryl, and she has a couple tutorials on how to make a scissor fob. I didn't watch all of them, but there's a couple tutorials on there for finishing, and they're pretty good. They're kind of like slideshows. Like, she puts the steps in writing, and then she, shows how to do it. So yeah, for first Flosstube, you need to go over there because she has all the Biscornus up until like April, because I told you that they're monthly, and they're so cute. I mean, they are so cute. Like I want to do them all now that I saw them. You guys know how it is. Like, you see the whole collection and you're just like, I want a collection just like that. Yes. So, my next thing is my main whip that I've been working on and posting on Instagram like crazy. And I think all of the people that are my friends that are following me on Instagram are sick of seeing it. Especially my brother. But this is what I've been working on. It's the Prairie Life Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. And there's a lot going on here. So I don't know if you can see, but let me try to show you up close. So this tree I actually did in 2 colors, striped, because I am doing the DMC conversion. But the issue with the DMC conversion is that it's not very good. It's pretty terrible. I tried taking it to Joann's and picking the floss that was the DMC conversion, and they were so not even close to the picture that I just scrapped them. And everything in this is changed, except for the words. The words are kept the DMC conversion. But I was going to maybe try to write out a conversion list of what I did, but at this point it's kind of impossible to tell you everything. So I'm actually using colors from my Lizzie Kate. This blue is like Blue Jay. Like my gratitude piece that I showed in my last Flosstube, it was, I had some Weeks Dye Works that were left, so I put that as a blue. I changed this color to the moss green that was Weeks Dye Works. I changed the bird from a brown bird to a robin, because robins are everywhere in my neighborhood and need to have robins. And if I haven't mentioned before, go and see Sampler Bird. Her name is Robin, and she's great. She does a lot of like primitive style as well. A lot of people like the primitive style. And if you don't like the primitive style, just do one and you probably will fall in love, because I have. And at first, before I started doing like these kind of charts, I wasn't crazy about it either, but I just did one, and they are so much more beautiful in person. And you can change colors up like I did, like crazy. And then they're even more beautiful than like you ever even like imagined them to be. So um give it a chance. I mean, maybe it's not your style, so you can keep with modern, but it's like a lot of people on Reddit, the cross stitch Reddit, they do a lot of like modern stuff. But if you want to see that, I would recommend going to Reddit/cross stitch. Their subreddit. So, oh, I was gonna say that I'm doing that with Julie, Gulf Coast Stitcher. Um, she's done most of like the top portion, and I started in the middle, and I basically I did a tree, and then I did the wagon, and then I was just like done doing big blocks of color. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And I was just telling one of my commenters that on Instagram that the funniest thing about this is it says, here's what it says, okay? The real things haven't changed. It is still best to be honest and truthful, to be happy with simple pleasures, and have courage when things go wrong. And on the go wrong part, I literally did both G's incorrectly. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at the pattern, and I realized that the G here, there's like a little spot right here. I put it like over and up above the G, not like exactly in the same line. And I took it out and redid it, but I was laughing like, of course something's going wrong on the line that says go wrong. It kind of reminds me of what's that book of Mice and Men. I love that line where things go awry. I can't think of the exact quote right now, but yeah, that's a really good book. So yeah, last time I accidentally lost my show notes because I put them in the stack of the cross stitch magazines I set on my table. I lifted it up and put it on my bed, and then I was like, where did they go? I don't know where they even went. And I forgot to show you some things that I was gonna show you. So at the end of that, I was just basically winging things. So I was gonna show you some things from the archive, like Misty Purcell says. And if you haven't seen her, go see her now. Well, not now. I'll at least finish my video and then go see her. So I was gonna show you some of my paintings I've done. This one hangs in my living room, and it's actually a photo from Vogue magazine, and obviously it's a girl in her clothes jumping into a pool. I was a lifeguard for almost 6 years, and I love swimming more than anything. And once summer comes, I'll probably be mostly in the pool and not stitching, but we'll see. It's my first time. It's my first year, like stitching, and also going to be summer. So I'm excited to do some summer pieces. So there's that. And I do a lot of water themed things, or this was for a class. And this one is like a two-parter. So it's like this. So my idea for this painting was basically me going from a little pond to a big pond. So it's like a small fish in a big pond. You know that phrase. And yeah, like this was my piece for college that, like, going from college to the real world. And that was my play on that phrase. I did a couple other pieces. This one's Audrey Hepburn. Like, one of my cross-stitch pieces has a inspirational quote. I showed in not my last video, but a different one. And I don't promote smoking. It's just that was the picture that I was referencing. And she looks really Asian to me. Like, I don't know. I can't do eyes. She looks kind of cross-eyed too. And then there's this painting that I did of a girl in a bathing suit and water in the background. And I kind of think that she looks like Jay Leno. Look at this chin. It's almost a cleft chin. Like, it's Jay Leno as a woman with, like, oh gosh. Nobody's gonna want to buy this, I swear. But I haven't sold my paintings, but I wanted to. Let me find, there's this one other painting I have on my wall. And this one was a painting that I covered up, a different painting. And I used blues at the as the background. And I used mostly like white to bring out like the form with, you know, using light to bring out the form. And it's an underwater kiss. I just really love romance everything. And yeah, I did that one. And I usually use references, and I found like a reference picture of something underwater. Okay, so the next thing I have is giveaway announcement. So I wrote everyone's name plus what they wanted as a project bag on a piece of paper. And I'm using this like Oriental Valentine's Day box that I didn't end up using on Valentine's Day years ago, and I kept it. And this is who's going to win. Cindy! Oh goodness, Cindy. You won. I know you told me not to put your name in, but I'm gonna make you a Snoopy project bag. I did make Cindy something already, but just because I want not just Cindy to win, I will make 2 project bags. And because I have made her something before, and I did put her name in. Second person, done! And her thing was Santa, old time cars, or humorous. So I will comment on Cindy and Dawn's thing. You guys won a bag! And I know I just kind of impromptu changed the rules, but it's my giveaway, so I can change the rules if I want. And I encourage anybody else doing a giveaway to change the rules as much as you want. So, congratulations, Dawn and Cindy. Yay! You win a bag that I'm going to make. And I'm really excited to do Snoopy and pick something from the 3 options that Dawn gave me. So, I was going to talk about quilty stuff, but I don't know if I will. Just because I don't want to make this video too long. But yeah, if you see all of these on my bed, they're ties from the thrift store. And my mom brought them to me, and I guess I'm going to be making a scrappy quilt with them. Like the strip quilts. And, because I don't have enough projects, okay? I will never have enough. Oh, I've been going like gangbusters on that Prairie Life though sampler, and I love it. I'm gonna keep working on it, and I'll show more progress next video. But I just wanted to end with thanks for watching. Oh gosh. Thanks for watching this craziness that is happening before your eyes. And also, stitch every day, because I told you so. And bye, y'all.